Let's go back a little bit to pre-vaccine then. And what would your advice be to parents thinking of having children, or pregnant moms and dads that are getting ready to have a baby, and you know, that vaccine schedule is going to be there as soon as that baby comes out, 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, boom, boom, boom. What would your advice be to them about those vaccines?
Well, we, on the Robert Scott Bell Show, we came up with a great idea here to help doctors out as well that really were kind of on the fence and looking which way should I go, and working with these parents with these kids. And we came up with the vaccine buyback program. Right? You've heard of gun buyback programs. We thought, all right, look, let's let the doctors off the hook here. If they just turn in their vaccines, those syringes that are so damaging and dangerous to children, we won't, prosecute. We won't do anything, and we'll, in fact, we'll be grateful. They'll have a clear conscience. And then also, if they feel like they need it for genuine protection, we'll provide them with a handgun, the Second Amendment, which is genuinely there for protection in this case. Now, I know that sounds outrageous to some, but I go back to my good friend Michael Badnarik, who ran for president in 2004. He was a Libertarian presidential nominee. When he was asked about mandatory vaccines as he got the nomination, I interviewed him on my show. He says, well, here's what I have to say about that. Doctor, you bring the syringe, I'll bring my 45, and we'll see who makes a bigger hole. And I know, again, this is inflammatory language. Well, is it? If you perceive as I do and acknowledge the danger, the potential life-terminating interactions with vaccines, you must realize that as you young parents have an obligation to defend your child's life. These physicians, whether they mean to or not, I'm not saying that they're evil intentionally, potentially could take your child's life via this syringe and what is in it. You don't know. And they say it's 1 in a million. Well, when it's your kid and you're the one, it's 1 in 1. And so I say, listen, think very long and hard, and please, before you have kids, talk to your spouse. Get on the same page here. It's the most heart-breaking thing when I see parents, young parents, that didn't discuss the issue of vaccination, and one finally wakes up, the other doesn't, and they end up in a really difficult situation, divorces even, fighting in the courts, and the courts always side with the vaccine industrial complex. So please get on the same page here. My kids, 13 now and 7.5, not vaccinated. Never once have we had to resort to an antibiotic. There are ways to address this, and I'm not saying there's never a place for modern medicine. I've never said that. But the point is, if you don't need it, you're much better off.